Hello coders, we are going to discuss singleton design in Spring. Before to this video, we have already discussed singleton design pattern few number of times in different videos which is there in the channel list. So now we are going to implement singleton design in Spring. Prior to this video, we have gone for using singleton design in ordinary Java programs or ordinary Java projects. But now we are going to see how the singleton design pattern works in Spring framework. It is very much important because people should know, or a developer of Spring application should know how singleton design pattern works in Spring and how the Spring handles the singleton classes. So whenever we go for creating a component, means any ordinary class in a Spring application, we define it as a component by using art component annotation, because as you know Spring kind of application is completely dependent upon annotations. So already we have a discussion on annotation also. The Spring annotation here we are using, this is available from Spring framework. So art component is a annotation which you can use with the class present inside our Spring application. What will happen whenever the class is going to have art component as its annotation, then automatically Spring container will create the object of component type of class. That is not going to be done by us manually. In case of ordinary Java project, we were creating the object inside a private constructor. We were taking care of lot of precaution so that multiple object of a singleton class cannot be created. But here we don't need to worry about it. We don't need to create a private constructor for it, because that part will be taken care by the Spring container. Once the object is created, means whenever the Spring application will go for execution, that will be executing inside the Spring container. So once the object is created inside the Spring container, then the other part of the application, because the Spring project which you are going to create, it might span across different types of classes. Some are going to be called as controller, some are going to be called as component. In fact, we may go for using some other classes which will not be related to the service providing to the user or to the browser. Maybe it can be a REST controller. So different types of classes we are going to create. So between a component type of object and between a user of the class, how that connectivity, how the object is going to be used, that part also taken care by another annotation called as AutoWare. This is again we have started using it in different videos, but the detailed discussion about this AutoAir we are going to have in this video. That is implementation of one design pattern that is called as dependency injection, which is very much a buzzword in Spring environment or Spring developers. Most of the people know what is this AutoAir, but a few people don't know also why we are using this AutoAir, and dependency injection, DI. These are very common terms we use in Spring environment. So let us go to the example how it happens. Let us go to our favorite IDE STS. Here, before your arrival, I have already created a project, a Spring starter project. So Spring starter or Spring Boot. It's a Spring Boot application. Spring Boot application which has a class right now. You can see this class is an ordinary class, is nothing special over here, excluding one thing. You can see here is a class called as printer. The printer class has a constructor. It is a public constructor, not a private constructor. This constructor going to print a line into the console. That is what printer is ready. So here console is the lower part of this Spring toolsuit. So this line is going to print into the console window, and a ordinary method also I have created, which is called as print. It is going to accept an argument and it is going to print. Print is going on for whatever argument it is going to accept. That is called as doc. So to keep a similarity between our ordinary project and Spring project, I have kept the class same, class name same, and behavior also more or less same. Only difference we are getting over here is a component. Its art component is a annotation we have used whenever we go for creating a Spring Boot project, which how to create I have already created previously. So I will do one thing, I will put the creation process of Spring Boot project in STS. That video which I have created, that video I will put in the description box, so that you will not feel uncomfortable while creating or while in fact testing your dependency injection and as well as the singleton design pattern in this kind of project. Okay, so this class is ready, and now I have created a separate class which is not a normal or ordinary class. It is looks like ordinary class, but it has some importance. Apart from ordinary class, it is a REST controller, means it can provide REST web service, or JSON can be given output as of this REST controller, but I am not bothering about JSON right now. When we will go for using web service, at that moment, or already we have started discussing web service in different videos. So here I have created this printer object, but not by using new keyword. There is no question of using new keyword while you are going for singleton design pattern, that to be outside of the singleton class. So obviously we are not going to use a new keyword, we are not going to call the constructor. So we just declare the printer class object over here, and we use AutoAdd as the annotation, so that the printer class object can be injected into this controller. That is the only purpose of using AutoAdd, because the printer class object is going to be created automatically. We don't need to create it. From the beginning I told you the Spring container is going to create it. So Spring container is going to make available the printer class object, but how the class which is called as now print controller will know which object to be used, because there might be printer, that might be scanner, that might be some other component classes. So which one will be used and what is going to be the name. So printer is the class name. Later on we may go for using multiple classes. So here the printer object is now available to this controller class, and here I have created a method which is going to provide web service. Means we can use this method for finding the output in web browser. So here I have gone for creating a URI for this method. This request mapping annotation is basically responsible for creating URI for a method. So print method is going to be the URI called as name, URI called as print, in fact, sorry. The print URI going to be used in the browser for accessing this print finder method. That's as simple as this. And inside this print finder method, what we have done, we have gone for calling that print method which is present inside the printer class, and we stored it into a string, and that string only return back to the caller, whoever is going to call this URI with the help of print. So let us go for executing it. I will start it, or if it is, so here let me remove myself from this location. Okay, so here you can see the printer is ready. I have not done anything till now. Means I just created the class, created the project, created the class and started the project. But printer is ready. This line came. Other lines which are there, these are the part of initialization process of Spring project. But this line which is there inside the constructor of the printer class, this line came in the output window also. We have not done anything. We have not gone for calling the new keyword. We have not gone for calling the constructor explicitly, but still then this line came. Okay. Now we are sure that printer object is created, and that to be only once. That's what is a singleton design pattern. If we want to test this controller, then we need to go to the browser. So let us go to our browser. So here is I am using Chrome. I will go for using localhost. 8080 is the port number. Sorry, is caps lock. Localhost 8080 is the port, and print is the URI. So here I will go for using print. So here this line came from the print method. Print is going on for doc1. So this doc1 is what? Now we have provided the parameter to the method. That's what is called as doc1, or we have given a piece of text as doc1. That line came over here, and rest of the prefix printing is going on for, that prefix came from the print method. So we can now clear there is going to be a singleton object of a singleton class which is going to be created by the Spring container automatically. Now let us test. If I might be wrong. Suppose I will repeat this line. auto air, I will repeat. Auto air, then printer object which you have created, let us repeat it. According to the syntax, we cannot go for creating or using same name. I will use it as printer1. So you can see it, I have used auto add twice and I have tried to go for using printer class twice or initializing the printer class twice. It is not possible, or it should not be possible if you are going for singleton design pattern, creating two objects of a class, so which will break the singleton design pattern. I don't want to break. Let us see, is it getting breaked or we are using the same object. So how we can test it? So we can do one thing. In place of calling this print method, we will comment it. Let us find out both this printer and printer1, in fact printer and printer1, two objects we have auto add. Now both are same or not, let us test. The printer dot hash, if you can use the hash code to compare, then this is printer1 dot get the hash code. If both are same, it is going to have a piece of text as the data. Okay, let me keep this string globally declared. Okay, it is going to be null initially. Okay, now this data is going to contain some text using one printer, or else if this condition will not satisfy, we will print something else, or we will have the value of data variable something else using multiple printer. So let us see what happens. The same data is getting returned from this method. So I rerun it. So let us see, are we getting two calls? No. So let us see here, the printer is ready. This line came only once. That means the constructor got called only once. Let us have a look at the constructor again. This line printer is ready is from this printer class constructor, and whenever I am using this auto add, that does not matter how many number of times I am using, it is always going to use one object. Okay, let us have a test. If you go for rerunning it, already I have restarted, in fact. Let us go back to the browser and call the print URI. This one which we were getting, that is from print method. Let me refresh it. So using one printer. Okay, this using one printer line came from if part, not from else part. Using one printer, you can see that line came from if part. So here the if part has gone for comparing the hash code of printer and printer1. So since both the hash code became same, we got this line. If we could have gone for using different objects, or the Spring container might have gone for creating different objects, then we could have gone for getting the output using multiple printer. So this is how we are creating dependency injection, and this is the implementation of singleton design pattern. Thanks for watching. I will put the source code in the description box with a link. Go for using it.